Plenty to get into this Thursday morning here at GPFans, with the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix just around the corner this weekend. One man who doesn't look like he's going to be in Jeddah this weekend, though, is Sebastian Vettel, with Nico Hulkenberg at the moment set to take the reins for the second race in a row for Aston Martin, and Mercedes are looking to bounce back with upgrades on their way. I'm Ollie Wilson for GPFans. Let's dive into all of the headlines. Mercedes are a team under pressure, but looking to reap the rewards that are coming for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix via upgrades this weekend. Track engineer Andrew Chauvelin believes the team are primed to bring anything they can for this weekend's second race of the season, after the curtain raiser in Bahrain showed the Silver Arrows were well off the pace of both Ferrari and Red Bull. Chauvelin feels that there are some easy gains to come this weekend, described as low-hanging fruit, with more to come in the early part of the season, with a number of issues still being ironed out with their radical car design. There is bouncing, the balance is poor, there is a lack of low-speed grip, we're struggling on traction, the drivability could be better, the tyre warm-up is not good enough, and the car is a bit on the heavy side, said Chauvelin. There is a lot for us to work on, but by the same measure, there is a lot for us to improve, and that gives us some encouragement, because a year ago, when we were here in Bahrain, that list of areas to improve wasn't as big as it is now. The team's technical officer James Allison has admitted the constructor is under massive pressure to prove that their no-side pod streamlined design of the car hasn't been overly ambitious. A bit more pace in Jeddah will certainly help to ease that pressure off the team. Elsewhere over at Red Bull, Sergio Perez has backed the constructor to bounce back from the heartbreak of Bahrain in the opening race of the Formula 1 season, after both the Mexican driver and teammate Max Verstappen suffered late retirements in the final few laps. Perez had his elbows out looking to hold off Lewis Hamilton going into the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix last weekend and hold on to third spot on the podium. But much like Max Verstappen just a couple of laps before him, Perez suffered from engine problems and was forced to retire after a spin in the opening corner of that last lap. The Mexican driver, however, has backed his team to recover from the heartbreak of coming away with no points from the opening race of the season, and expects more to come for the rest of the campaign. Bahrain was difficult. I was one lap away from starting the season on the podium, but I am confident in this team and we will work together to overcome it, said Perez. The positive thing is that it's a long season ahead, we have a quick car and I felt very competitive throughout the race. I'm hoping to take that pace and utilise it from qualifying through to Sunday in Jeddah. Red Bull hoping then that their problems in Bahrain don't bleed into the second race of the season, and Christian Horner and co will be expecting plenty more when it comes to reliability as the season goes on. Over at Aston Martin, Sebastian Vettel's return to the constructor looks to be delayed a little while longer, with Nico Hulkenberg in Saudi Arabia preparing to take the second race of the season, just as he did in the first. The team has confirmed via social media that at the time of recording this on Thursday morning, the former world champion Vettel was yet to test negative for COVID-19, after testing positive just before last weekend kicked off in Bahrain. Without a negative test, Vettel hasn't even been able to fly yet to Jeddah for this weekend's race, so once more the team's reserve driver Nico Hulkenberg could be behind the wheel, although the team have officially said that they will make their decision on Friday, so there's still 24 hours for Vettel to get fighting fit. That is, if he wants to get fighting fit. We have joked already here at GPFans that Aston Martin struggled so much in Bahrain last weekend that perhaps Vettel might want to delay a little longer. And finally, we're at race 2 of the Formula 1 season this weekend, but F1 is marching relentlessly to a 25 race calendar, according to former driver turned pundit Martin Brundle. F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali noted that there is so much interest in the sport, with promoters wanting to host races, that F1 could go to 30 races if they wanted to. While the Sky Sports pundit feels 30 isn't actually on the agenda, he recognises that 25 is perhaps the magic number. I think he was just making the point that we could easily do 25. In fact, if I wanted to, I could do 30, said Brundle. I think we're relentlessly going towards 25, which creates a lot of challenges, especially for those who have to do all of them. So almost everybody is looking to improve on their performances in Bahrain, except of course for the Scuderia, who would happily take the same thing again in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Who's going to have the biggest jump? Mercedes? Will Red Bull actually get to finish the race this weekend? Or will Nico Hulkenberg and Aston Martin make a step up into the middle of the pack? Let us know in the comments section below as always, as well as your early predictions for this weekend's race, and hit subscribe to stay with us here at GP Fans.